Hello, students. Before we start today's lesson, let's look at these pictures. Do you know what kind of vegetable this is? This is actually a common vegetable in southern China, choy sum. Please observe the following pictures carefully. Which ones do you think are choy sum? The answers are picture 1 and picture 4, picture 2 and picture 3 are beetroot, and picture 5 is turnip. Is Hucayen a type of choy sum? In fact, Hucayen belongs to the genus Hucayen in the Apiaceae family. Today, we will get to know choy sum from aspects such as its biological characteristics, cultivation seasons, and variety selection. Through this lesson, students will understand the biological characteristics, variety types, cultivation seasons, and cropping arrangements of choy sum, so as to recognize its growth habits and cultivation techniques. First of all, let's learn about its biological characteristics. The root of choy sum is a fleshy taproot with various shapes such as oblong, spherical, or conical. The color of the outer skin also varies depending on the variety, including green, white, or red, during the vegetative growth period. Choy sum forms a short, stemmed structure with young buds and leaves attached. During the reproductive growth period, it forms a flower stem. The leaves are pinnate compound leaves or pinnately lobed, usually green. The shape and size of the leaves vary by variety. The raceme of choy sum is terminal and axillary. The flowers are white or pink. The petals are obovate. The silic of choy sum is a long, pod fruit. When the silic is ripe, it does not split. The seeds are attached inside the silic. The seeds are approximately oval or elliptical, with a yellow, brown, red, brown, or gray-brown surface. There is a hilum at one end and a longitudinal groove on one side. What is the growth cycle of choy sum? Let's learn about it now. The growth period of choy sum refers to the period from sowing to harvest. The whole life of choy sum can be roughly divided into 5 growth stages. These 5 growth stages are germination stage, seedling stage, rosette stage, fleshy root growth peak stage, and maturity stage. 1. Germination stage. It is the period from seed germination to the emergence of the first true leaf. At a temperature of 20-25 degrees, germination takes 5-6 days. During this stage, growth mainly relies on the nutrients stored in the seeds and external conditions such as temperature, moisture, and air for seed germination and cotyledon emergence. 1. Seedling stage. It is from the expansion of the first true leaf to the expansion of the 7th, 9th true leaf. At a temperature of 15-20 degrees C, it takes about 15-20 days. During the seedling stage, the differentiation of above ground leaves accelerates, and the leaf area increases. When the seedling has 5-6 true leaves, due to the continuous growth of the fleshy root, its primary cortex and epidermis cannot expand accordingly. The primary cortex at the hypocaudal part ruptures, which is called breaking the belly or breaking the white. Breaking the belly means that the seedling stage of choy sum is basically over. Rosette stage. During this stage, the number of leaves continues to increase, and the leaf area expands rapidly. The fleshy root gradually thickens from the slender shape in the seedling stage. It takes about 20-30 days. When the thickness in the middle of the fleshy root of choy sum begins to be greater than that at the root tip, this shape is like a person's shoulders being wider than the head, which is called showing the shoulders. It takes 20-30 30 days from breaking the belly to showing the shoulders. Fleshy root growth peak stage. This is the period when the fleshy root grows most rapidly. It takes 15-20 days for small sized varieties and 50-60 days for large and medium sized varieties. During this stage, the growth of leaves gradually slows down and reaches a stable state. A large amount of nutrients are transported to the fleshy root for storage, and the fleshy root expands rapidly, with its growth rate exceeding that of the above ground part. Maturity stage. When the leaf color of choy-sum turns lighter, the root is full, the fleshy root is full of water, and the tail is fully expanded. It can be harvested. Let's take a look at the environmental requirements of choy-sum. Temperature. Choy-sum is a semi-hardy crop. The suitable temperature for seed germination is 25 degrees C, and the optimal temperature is 15-20 degrees C. The seedling stage can tolerate a high temperature of 25 degrees C, and the optimal temperature for fleshy root growth is 13-18 degrees C. Light. Choy-sum requires sufficient sunlight. Usually, it needs 6-8 hours of sunlight per day to ensure the normal progress of photosynthesis. Moisture. Choy-sum is not drought tolerant. The suitable soil moisture for choy-sum growth is 65-80%, and the air humidity is 80-90%. Soil. The soil should be loose, with a deep soil layer and good drainage. Fertilizer. Choy-sum prefers potassium fertilizer, followed by nitrogen and phosphorus. The ratio of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium is 2.1:2.5. Slow-acting organic fertilizers are mainly used. Now let's learn about the cultivation seasons and variety selection of choy-sum. Spring sowing and cultivation. Sow from March to April and harvest from May to June. The growth period is 45-70 days. Excellent varieties include Paoli Red, May Red, Keshan Red, Chunlo No. 1, and Bayujan in Nanjing. Summer, autumn cultivation. Sow in summer and harvest in autumn. The growth period is 40-70 days. Excellent varieties include Leo Red and Xiangabe in Guangzhou. Autumn, winter cultivation. Sow at the end of summer and the beginning of autumn and harvest at the end of autumn and the beginning of winter. The growth period is 60 days. Excellent varieties include Zucheng Changjiang, Yangzhou Dataong, Zheidachong, Xinlamei, Shenyang Hongfeng No. 1, and Qingyuanqi. 4. Season cultivation. The growth period is very short. It can be sown except in severe cold and heat. It is mainly on the market in late spring and early summer. Excellent varieties include Xiaohan choy-sum, Yandai Hongding, Shanghai Xuhong choy-sum, and Yangya choy-sum. In this lesson, we learned about the biological characteristics, variety types, cultivation seasons, and cropping arrangements of choy-sum as a common vegetable on our dining tables. Choy-sum has high nutritional and medicinal value. In addition, growing choy-sum can improve the soil structure, break up soil compaction, be used as a green manure, and promote the sustainable use of the soil. After class, please think about the following questions. Well, that's all for today's lesson. Thank you all for listening.